Howdy folks, it's Alter here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yes, I have been reading all of your comments. Every day I get many comments asking me to return to making flight sim videos regularly like I used to. And I would if I could, but time and my health are stopping me. In fact, my health has been so bad I haven't been doing harpsichord, I haven't been doing piano, and I haven't even been exercising, which is a problem because if I don't exercise, my health gets worse. But I'm unable to exercise because of my health. In fact, the other day I went for a walk and ended up in the ER. And of course everything is fine, and they say on paper I'm the healthiest person they've ever seen in a long time, but I have a genetic defect with my college and that affects my heart. So between the genetic defect and my heart, they played tricks on me and they trolled me all day long, every day. And I get downswings and upswings, and I'm in a downswing right now where things are very difficult. I get tired very easily. So all I've been doing is watching TV, and I cannot stand TV. I hate TV so much, but that's all I can do. So that's what I've been doing. But today I feel well enough to do a flight sim video for you. So we are going to do a flight sim video today. We are here today, so let's enjoy today. Rover Brothers turned on. It's a beautiful day for the flight that we're going to do, because we're going to go from one tiny upper Midwestern town to another tiny upper Midwestern town. We're going from Roseau, Minnesota to Watertown, South Dakota. And for two reasons. One, I want to show that the upper Midwest and the flight sim is gorgeous to look at. It is really beautiful. We are going to set this up as an IFR flight, but kind of low altitude, around 23,000 feet or so. And with the weather, we're going to be able to see things, even though it's IFR. And then at the end, we'll either cancel IFR and just fly around VFR for a while, or we will land with the direction of ATC. We'll see. And the reason for this flight, it's just kind of random. My wife's uncle let us all know, big family announcement. My wife comes from a family where there's these big family announcements because everything is so important. And he wanted to tell the whole family that he's moving from Roseau, Minnesota to Watertown, South Dakota. Why? I don't know. He says just because. I think I have a few suspicions why he's moving. But I'm not going to talk about it here, and he would never admit to it. He just said, no, just random move. So I'm like, fine, you move, and I will fly it in the flight sim. So that's the inspiration for today's flight, and it's kind of funny, but that's what it is. We are in the King Air, what is it, 350i or something? I haven't flown this plane for so long. I haven't flown it since the last time I flown it. But in all seriousness, I haven't flown this plane since that little activity, like a couple months into the flight sim being born, where they had us fly like along the northeast coast. I don't know, like Boston, New York, Washington D.C. or something. There's that little. Remember, there used to be activities. There's supposed to be activities every week. That was their plan. That only lasted like a month, but it was one of those weekly activities or whatever. And you had to do a bunch of them for the achievement. But now I don't think they even do them anymore. So if you never got the achievement in the beginning, you'll never get it now. But anyway, I got the achievement, obviously. I have all the achievements, including the $1,000 achievement. So that's the last time we flew this thing was, or last time we had flown this thing was during that activity many years ago. I did not do a practice flight because I don't have time to do a practice flight. And if I did a practice flight today, I want to be able to record for another month. And that'd be another month without a video for you all. So no practice. We're just going to see how this goes. So let's hop inside and see how this is going to work out for us. I do have my checklist on my other monitor, like usual, that I made for myself, tailored to how I use the flight sim. That's what we're going to use for this this flight. So we got to make sure the parking brake is set, which I think is this button on my yoke, which you can't see. Or is it this one? This one? It's this one. See the pedals moving? Okay, so that'll be parking brake engaged. What's this other buttons out? Rudders. Oh, differential braking I have set up now. That's what those buttons on my yoke are for. Which again, you can't see. Will you use my Logitech multi-panel on my desk that you can't see also for autopilot, although autopilot is like right here. But we're going to use my my little handy dandy box on my desk. Not sponsored or anything, obviously. But I talk about it every time. Alright, external power on. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a Beechcraft, so it's going to be similar to the other Beechcraft that I fly. So I should be able to find things relatively normally without wasting too much time. Battery, that should be battery, right? Yeah, there it is. All right, but no, external power first. Up here. Okay, external power on. Oh, so we shouldn't have battery on yet. Master floodlights on. Oh, it's up here. Usually they're up here. Yep. Okay, cool. Tail flood on. Cabin. Fasten seatbelt. Interior master. Well, those don't even do anything. Where are the rest of my lights? Are they down here still? I mean, they should all be in the same spot to the other Beechcraft they are over here. Tail flood. Right there. Alright, fuel and passengers. Yes, let's go up to here. Yes, I already told you real world weather and everything. I think I have traffic turned on too. So if we do fly, we should fly over Fargo, so we might get no traffic on the radio there. I just set the time like 8 o'clock a.m. or something, just some random time. Fuel and passengers, let's see. Because of my heart, I'm gaining weight again. It's a huge bummer, but nothing I can do. The doctor says I'm doing everything right, but my heart, I have one of my 2 heart conditions, makes me fluctuate in weight. It's terrible. Some days, if I'm feeling okay, I have abs and I look super fit, like this tall 6'4" fit dude. Other days, I look like I'm 8 months pregnant. I literally look like I'm 8 months pregnant. It is strange. Let's bring some friends of mine. They're all 170 pounds. All my friends. They're all 170 pounds. Alrighty, let's see your battery on. I already did that before. Let's do it again. Battery on. There we go. And fuel levels. Oh, I didn't check fuel. That's going to be more than enough fuel, I think, for a little flight. Hour and 24 minutes in the air, about. By the way, we'll go over flight plan in a minute. Strobe on, again, back over here, I think. Yes, there it is. And what else? Auto igniters to arm. Ignition. Are those auto igniters here? No, that's ignition. I don't think that's auto igniters. Auto engine, auto arm. There we go, up there. It's been a long time, folks. I'm so sorry, but here it is. We're reminiscing together on how to fly this plane. Right engine start. Conditioners at 12%. Engine start off. Wait, what? Conditioners at 12. We got to do engine start first. Engine start on. Here we go. Right? Anything happening? Right, I'm not seeing anything happening. We have to turn on fuel. Do we not turn on fuel? Do I have a fuel thing? No, I don't. Did I not turn on the fuel? I probably didn't. No, they don't even turn on. Auto right turns on, but why would you do that? Okay, so fuel should always be on. Left, right, center. What is this? What is this stuff? What does that say? Cross feed. We want it in the middle. Standby pump. Fuel test. Auxiliary. Auto ride. Oh, now it's going. It just took a very, 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 very long time. But it's going up. Okay. Conditioners at 12 N1. Prop us up. I don't see N1 on here because I am blind as a bat. We're moving. That's funny. Okay. Repeat for left engine. I guess. Is that going to start spinning for us here? I don't really know what's going on here. Why am I stumbling on something so simple? Let's stop the dinging, please. Okay. I see prop. I see torque. I see internal temp. I don't see N1. There's N1 right there. Right in front of my face. Engine start off at 50. So turn them off because it's past 50. And right generator on, the left generator on. Right gen, left gen. There we go. I'm hearing sound if I turn up my volume. And we look good, right? Prop back, prop forward. Internal temp, I think. Right. I think we're good. Okay, we started it up. I mean, it should be very, very, very easy. Auto igniters off. Okay, come back down here, turn off auto igniters. Off, there we go. Avionics on. I'll get our other screen pop up. External power off because we're up and running. Yep. Flight plan. We're going to go to the flight plan in a second here. Whoops, if we can go here, there we go. Yeah, how do I, is this touchscreen? Okay, it is. So very, 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 very simple. We're just going to fly, like I said, IFR to begin, low altitude, and then when we get close to the airport, we'll just break off and cancel IFR and go VFR, or we'll follow the instructions. For now, based on current weather, unless it changes, I did set up an approach in the flight planning screen. Usually I don't, and I just have ATC tell us what to do, and then we go into our flight plan thing, wherever it is. I don't know how to get to it, but it's here somewhere. And maybe you can't. Maybe this is too basic. It's not a flight computer in here? Oh, you can't type. Maybe this doesn't have a flight computer. Okay, maybe it's a good thing I did that. Because normally what happens is we will not set up the approach, and then ATC says, use this, arrival, blah, blah, blah. Then we go to the flight plan, and we select that arrival, and then we fly it, right, with autopilot. In this case, just because I wanted to, I already selected that arrival based on weather, which ATC may change, sometimes they do. But it looks like I did that good decision, because I don't see a way to get into the flight computer in here. This seems way simplified. Like, you can't, like, click anywhere and get into your flight plan. How can you not get into your flight plan? All the other planes you can. So either I'm missing something because it's been a while, or I'm expecting way too much and you cannot get into your flight plan and you're stuck with what you chose. If that's the case, we chose wisely. So there we go. We're going to let that be. I'll dig around with that later. I can't believe you can't get into the flight plan. How can I get into the flight plan in this? But look at, like, the flight computer stuff is all nothing you can do here. Look at that. Okay. Maybe I'm expecting way too much out of this plane. That's fine, because it's a simple flight, which means it's a perfect plane. Okay, so that's our flight plan. Just going to fly right there. With some cool sights along the way. Alrighty, let's get IFR clearance, because actually we need the weather first.
Kilo Romeo Oscar X-ray automated weather observation 1300 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility tree. Sky condition few clouds at 1,800 feet, few clouds at 4,800 feet, few clouds at 13,800 feet. Temperature 20 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 299er 2. Kilo Romeo Oscar X-ray automated weather observation 1300 Zulu. Wind calm.
I guess that is it. Okay, wind is calm. Let's request clearance.
Princeton Radio Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 ready to copy IFR clearance to Kilo Alpha Tango Yankee.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is cleared to Kilo Alpha Tango Yankee Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.8 squawk 0525. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 cleared to Kilo Alpha Tango Yankee Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure is 127.8 squawk 0525. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 read back correct. Good day.
Alrighty, so I already set autopilot 8,000 feet. What I used to do is come over here, now it's set altitude and vertical speed and all this stuff ahead of time, but with my Logitech, usually I can't set vertical speed till I've engaged autopilot for some reason. It's a little bit different, but I used to have a whole workflow where I go click, 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 out of habit, be done with it, but it just bounces around too much, which is why I got the Logitech multi-panel for my desk. It stays in one place. So we'll adjust that accordingly. Already set up barometer, yeah, altitude, CDI, oh yeah, we need to click, how do we do this? There we go. GPS, there we go. So follow GPS now. Timers there, good. We want wind, of course. Alrighty, cool. Alrighty. Cabin pressure between the seats. Do we need to do cabin pressure today? I don't think so. Engine anti-ice, yeah, we probably should. I don't know if anti-ice is going to be a problem, but we will. Okay, we do half of it anyway. Okay, pitot heat, we need to do that. Stall warning's already on. Okay, wow, this is a very simplified airplane. Way more simplified than I thought it would be, because I thought it had been updated by now, but maybe not. Anyway, don't worry about it, let's keep going. Alrighty, taxi lights on, yes they are. Props forward already are, flaps down 1 notch. We got 2 or 3, 2 sets. We got takeoff and or approach and landing. Okay, so here we go. We are going to request taxi. I'm going to tune traffic. It didn't tell us what runway to use, so let's do traffic, and let's say announce taxi.
Kilo Romeo Oscar X-ray traffic Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is taxiing to runway 16.
Alright, 16, which means right here, so we're kind of facing in that direction. Let's hop outside, and we have to go all the way to the other side, right? Because 16 is going to be opposite 34, so we gotta go all the way over there, which is fine. Okay, here we go. Let's do our favorite taxi view. Take off the parking brake. Sorry, I almost ran over that guy. And we're just gonna wowzers. Okay, differential braking, please. Goodness gracious me. Jeez. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, maybe this plane is a lot more simplified than I thought it was going to be, which is fine. We'll just set up autopilot and fly the path and respond to ATC as they instruct us to do things, and land however we can, since we cannot get into the flight plan to do an approach and stuff, I guess. I don't know. I'm confused. I was expecting more from this, but that's okay. We're just taxi along here. Looking back in X-Plane. Back in X-Plane 11, I think. I modeled every single one of the northern Minnesota airports, like 30 or 40 of them, and someone recently has redone them all because I keep getting a notice every time somebody changes it. So I'm kind of bummed that somebody feels like they need to redo all of my work. However, X-Plane has been updated a lot, and there are a lot more things you can do when you build your own airports in X-Plane, which I just couldn't do when I built them. So good for them. Glad they're doing it. But I enjoyed doing it when I did, and a lot of people thanked me at the time. But that was many, many years ago. I don't know why I'm bringing that up, but I used to. I guess people who don't know my X-Plane days, despite my low subscriber count and my low view count, I was well known enough in the X-Plane days that people would seek me out for help with things and tutorials, and I was very active on the forums. In fact, people thought I worked for some of the designers and things because I was so active and so helpful and stuff like that. But those are my glory days. Didn't make any money off of it. I think at most I was making $300 a year doing this hobby. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. But no one knows who I am anymore, which is fine, except you all, my dedicated viewers, which I will say thank you again, because despite my low subscriber count, my viewer percentage based on subscribers is extremely high. So that is something to be proud of. Alrighty, here we go at the runway. Confirm flaps down. They are beacon and nav. I don't have beacon. Whatever. Landing lights on unless it's somewhere else, which it could be. Yes, it is. There we go. Text lights can come off. Landing lights on. Heading bug. That is in case autopilot fails us, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, yes, let's do it anyway, because you should. You really should have your heading bug where you want to go. So let's do heading bug, like right there. You can see the blue thing on your screen. Go back to vertical speed. I'm a Logitech. Start timer. There we go. I'll totally forget about that, but we'll keep it up for now. Full, please. Do I click that again? Okay. Conditioners pops forward, yes, and go. So here we go. Let's announce our departure to the south, which is 6.
Kilo Romeo Oscar X-ray traffic Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 taking off runway 6 departure to the south.
And then as soon as we get going here, we will tune in for IFR. Oh boy, this thing does not like to turn if we're going more than 1 knot. Okay, let's hold the brakes and spool this up because I don't know how much runway we need. Although I'm sure we probably have like 5 times the runway we need. Let's get kind of centered. You know, try to be somewhat realistic here. Put the lines between your legs, because whenever things are between your legs, you know you're in the right spot. And we're gonna get a little bit more air, or a little bit more. I don't know, speed bugs on this. Why don't I have speed bugs? Did I miss it somewhere? Interesting. Brakes to stop the wheels. Gear coming up. See if we can see that. I missed it. That's okay. Flaps coming up. And what's our master caution for? Whoops. Fuel imbalance. What? Fuel imbalance. No, it isn't balanced. Because what that means is your tanks have to, well, depending on the airplane. Sometimes your tanks go back and forth. Sometimes you have to switch them back and forth. But if they get, oh, there's Roseau right there. If they get too far off balance, one or the other. Don't I have a view out this window? I guess not. If they're too out of balance, you get a warning. So anyway, but our fuel should take care of itself. So that's why I'm stumbling over my words. Well, they are different. What? Weird. Who cares? Okay, anyway, we're hand flying, by the way, if it isn't already obvious. Just because I can. Let's tune in center.
Minneapolis Center Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is passing 3,100 feet, climbing 8,000 feet.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 Minneapolis Center altimeter 29.902 radar contact. Continue.
Alrighty, we're going to do autopilot, nav, vertical speed, I don't know, 1,300 feet per minute or so. Now what is it complaining about? Yaw damper off. Oh, do I have to do that myself? Now yaw damper's on. Okay, cool. Alrighty, we're going to climb 1,300 feet per minute. We could probably do more than that. Let's do like 2,000 because we can. And autopilot setup, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There we go. We'll just keep that out for a while. Well, that's as far as it goes. Okay. This is so simple. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to change my view. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, which doesn't matter. Oh, this cabin altitude, I guess. 5, 6. 6 is kind of useless. 7, 8, 9 for autopilot, which I don't need right now, and 0. I don't know, maybe I'll make some changes. Let's do this. Let's do something fun if I can. Can I get in the back seat here? I'm just gonna let the airplane fly itself. Well, I can't go back there. Well, that's a bummer. And 14,000 feet. So let's come down here. 14,000. And remain at 2,000 feet per minute because we can. And yeah, so we can't go in the back and set up a view. So let's just make this 6, maybe like that, I guess. So 0 will be out that window, 6 will be out that window. Alrighty, anyway, so yeah, nothing to do. Just sit here and fly, right? Because what does it say? Cruise, gear up, flaps up, monitor things, anti-ice off, which we'll leave it on. Why not? Landing lights off, we're going to keep that on the whole time. Icing as needed, standard barometer 18,000 feet. So now we just sit here for like an hour and a half. That's really all it is. Much simpler than it looks, especially since this is so watered down. There's nothing to play with. Like, there's literally nothing to play with unless I'm super blind. So I guess if you want to have a regional, medium distance, flat call. I was trying to say prop and fast at the same time. Fast prop plane, and you don't care about all the complicated details. This is the perfect one to fly. Look at that. Nothing I can do. Okay, I'll take it. Alright, see, I'm keep trying to see if there's something to do. I won't give it up. Okay, so we're just going to fly this now for a while. Let's look outside together while we can. And then I'm going to try to keep quite a bit of sightseeing if I can for you. Otherwise it's going to be like, oh, we're there and that's it. But let's talk about a few things. So here is Lake of the Woods. So Canada, the border is like right here. When we took off, we were 10 miles south of Canada. We took off that close to Canada. Lake of the Woods, this is where Minnesota has a little chimney stack thing on the top of it into the lake of the woods. In order to get to the rest of Minnesota, Angle Inlet is called, you have to go into Canada to back out. Except in the winter, they have an ice road. And then over here, we took off. There was Roseau, can't see it anymore. And then Baudette and War Road. Famous places, Polaris, Marvin Windows, that type of thing. And then we're already headed over Thief Lake already, which is like over an hour drive from Roseau. Maybe 45-minute drive from Roseau. So we're flying. Pun totally intended. So let's see here. I'm not going to stick with you and yap for the whole hour and a half, but I will probably yap more than normal. 230 now.
Climb and maintain flight level 230 Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
And that will be our cruise, I think. So we're almost at cruise already, and then we'll gain a lot of speed, and then we'll really be hauling. Doesn't even say how long it's supposed to timer. 7 minutes so far in the air. Does it say how long until our... Well, let's see, distance. It does give us a distance. Okay, so 113 nautical miles. That's fine. No, that's just to the next waypoint. That's not our destination. So I don't know how long this flight's going to be. It's supposed to be an hour and 24 minutes in the air, but you know me, it always takes way longer. So we'll pick up speed once we get to cruise and 10,000 feet, goodness gracious. And we'll do some sightseeing stuff because it's a beautiful day. Well, there's Upper Red Lake and Lower Red Lake, those of you who know the area. And we're going to enjoy the upper Midwest of the USA. It's not boring, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Looks like some glacier activity came through here at one time. And then we will stay in tune with ATC, maybe until landing, or maybe we'll cut it off and go VFR at some point. I don't know. There's the sun. 8-something a.m. I set it for. Otherwise, I think that's all I have to say for now. I'll give a little bit of sightseeing, and then if there's anything interesting, I will jump in and say, hey, there's this, there's that. I don't think we're going to see Grand Forks or Fargo, really, if I think about, how far to the east we are. Because Grand Forks, if this is the lake, Grand Forks is going to be way off over here. And then Fargo is south of that. I mean, it is possible we'll see Fargo, but I don't know. Remember, Fargo is not in Minnesota, folks. Everybody thinks it is because of the TV show. Anywho, enough yippee-yappy for now. I'm going to set you up with some sightseeing, and if there's anything for me to point out, I will. Otherwise, enjoy the flight, and I'll see you when it's time to land this thing in Watertown, South Dakota, but hopefully I'll see you before then. Just kidding. I updated my map by moving around a little bit, and look, Fargo right there. So we're going to fly over Fargo in 25 minutes, so that'll be cool, because Fargo's a pretty cool airport. So there you go. So we'll see Fargo. Grand Forks is over here. We won't see Grand Forks, but I'm going to hit B for Bromers, or 2992 anyway, doesn't matter. Alright, now we'll do some sightseeing, and unless anything comes up, maybe I'll see you at Fargo. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to jump in and yip yap just because I can and because I know the area so well. So here we have the Grand Forks and East Grand Forks area. Right there on the border of Minnesota, North Dakota. And then we had Thief River Falls way back there that I showed the sightseeing with. And then we have Red Lake Falls somewhere. Where to go? Let's see, that's Thief River. Red Lake is right below us. Red Lake Falls. So there's some cool cities. If you know the area, you know. But if you don't, it doesn't really mean anything to you. But there you go, in case you're wondering. But you can kind of see the gray for Grand Forks and East Grand Forks. And I-29 runs along the border of the Dakotas and Minnesota right over here. But next up is Fargo. There's not really, I guess there's like Beltrami and stuff. Beltrami, depends where you're from. Yes, there are some hills in Minnesota. That's what this is all about. Otherwise, not much now until Fargo. So there's your quick update from your tour guide, the tall tour guide. And I'll see you in Fargo. And oh yeah, Upper Red Lake, Lower Red Lake. Oh yeah, other lakes, other famous lakes. You got Leech Lake, Cass Lake, Leech Lake, Cass Lake. Then you got the one I can't pronounce, Winnebagogish or something. I've never said it out loud. And then the Red Lakes here. So there you go. All the lakes, not all the lakes, the lakes that people know of in this area are all visible at the same time. So there you go. Enjoy. I'll see you in Fargo for real this time. Why is my mouse not hiding? Anyway, see you in a little bit. And there is the Fargo area right there. Pretty obvious. There's a mall there. There's lots of stuff. I've been there a few times. What we're looking at over here, if you look at all these spotty lakes, at the top of the spotty lakes is Detroit Lakes, which is a city, which I've been to many times. My dad used to live there for a little bit. So from Detroit Lakes right there to Fargo, North Dakota right here is a 45-minute drive. And Detroit Lakes is a 4-hour drive from Minneapolis, St. Paul, in case you're wondering where we are. But there's Fargo. So we'll do some sightseeing over Fargo, and then where are we headed after that? Then we're just headed down to Watertown. So we're about halfway already. Yeah, we're a little more than halfway actually. We're cruising right along. Wow, this is going faster than I thought. Good, no complaints from me. So sightseeing around Fargo, and then why won't my mouse go away anymore? Do you see this? Look at, there it goes. Sightseeing around Fargo, which we've been to before. Landed there a few times. And then on our way to Watertown. So enjoy the sights and hear my yip yap a little bit. Oh, I also had to keep changing my fuel because my fuel kept going out of balance. So I moved this switch over here from the left to the right, and it's still off balance. Look. So no matter what I do, it's always using the left fuel, not the right one. It's only using left. So I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe I didn't do anything wrong. But anyway, so I'm keeping an eye on that. Keep changing my fuel settings every time it beeps at me. Anyway, Fargo's coming up. Enjoy. See you in a little bit. Alright, we have our first instructions to descend, maintain 12,000 feet. So here we go. Let's see if I can try to do this on this particular airplane with my Logitech. I think we'll just do vertical speed negative, right? Negative 1,400 feet per minute. Yes, will that work? We can keep our throttle firewall too because we're not going very fast. So descent checklist. Let's see. Weather barometer, they'll give that to us since we're IFR. Landing lights on at 10K already are. Engine ice, anti-ice already on. Gear now, flaps down when appropriate. And then after landing. So we're good until after landing. Let's zoom in a little bit here, see where in the world we are. Groovy. Okay, so we're coming up on these lakes right here. So what city would that be? We're along I-29, and we are over a tiny, tiny town called New Effington. For real. New Effington. Let's bring back throttles a little bit. We are speeding up. And I-29, there we go, right here. This is Interstate 29. North to south. This river you see, whoops. You can see a little bit right there. The river is the border of Minnesota and what's it called? Oh, Beardsley. Okay, see where the I-29 sticks out? See this lake right here? You know, on the side of Minnesota, north to south on the west side, it's pretty much straight up and down except for that like zit or that bump or that cyst that sticks out. That's Beardsley. That's right here. So let's see how the river sticks out right here. I mean, there's lakes within the river, but you got the river, comes out like this, goes back in. This is that bump in Minnesota you see with Beardsley right there. I actually have a friend who's from there, and her family owns all of these farms on this bump. Isn't that cool? Anyway, there's that. Look, where's losing control of my airplane here, or my drone? Anyway. Lots of little lakes that you need to dip in, but we are on the Dakotas, in the Dakotas, South Dakota. There's like this rolling hill right here. Anyway, we gotta stop sightseeing and look what we're doing here. We'll keep our speed up unless we're not coming down fast enough. Then we'll decrease our speed to buy us time horizontally. But anyway, that's where we are. We're right at that bump. See right here? See, there's the bump where Minnesota sticks out. Isn't that cool? Otherwise, we're just gonna keep paying attention to what ATC tells us and keep coming down here. And I'll try to sneak in some sightseeing. Otherwise, we'll just sit here and wait for the next instructions.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 contact Minneapolis Center on 128.5. Good day.
And just like that, we got weather. We also got a thing that says go down to 4,000 feet, descend to 4,000 feet. So we're descending to 4,000 feet at an extremely high rate of speed because we're getting close already. Okay, we probably don't need to go down that much. But anyway, descending to 4,000 feet. The weather suddenly updated and got some clouds, but that's okay because we're going to be below the clouds. But that's a pretty cool shot. Let me get some screenshots of this. That is pretty neat. And there's I-29 right underneath us. And there we go. And we're headed over here somewhere by these lakes. It's between these lakes. That is Watertown, South Dakota.
28 miles north. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway tree pipe approach via rip transition. Cleared to rip. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41, you are 27 miles north of Kilo Alpha Tango Yankee.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Alrighty, what is going on? We are going to tune in weather here.
Kilo Alpha Tango Yankee, automated weather observation 1400 Zulu. Wind, calm. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,800 feet, few clouds at 4,800 feet, few clouds at 13,800 feet. Temperature, 20 Celsius. Dew point, 10 Celsius. Altimeter, 290902.
Okay, so they told us to do 35, which is completely opposite what I'm set up for. I'm set up for 12. So we are going to, let's see, announce, we are going to announce position.
Kilo Alpha Tango Yankee traffic Turtle Soup Tango 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 412 3 miles north inbound ILS runway tree 5.
And we're going to keep our speed up. We don't need to go this slowly. So we're coming down to 4,000 feet. We're going to hang out at 4,000 feet until we're established on the ILS, which seems kind of low, but that's what they want. And since we're IFR flying, we're going to keep an eye on this a little bit. But we're going to have to use heading bug and break away from our flight plan here because we need to do 35. So we're going to do a left traffic pattern just to buy us some time for 35, which is the opposite runway, which is from what I set up for. So let's set heading bug to about 211 like this, and then we'll switch heading bug. Actually, let's just switch heading bug now. We just have to accommodate wind, which is not too bad. So keep an eye on that for wind. We're going to go past this. Oop, there we go. Weather updated. So we're going to go past this around here like this to 35. So we're just using heading bug. Keep an eye on our speed. And there we go. So it's just gear and flaps when ready. Okay, so now we need to know what the ILS is for 35. So we're going to bring up our VFR map because I don't know what the ILS is for 35. I can go Google it, but I like to do everything within the sim. So we're going to come out here. We're going to click on the airport. And ILS for 35 is 111.9 and 354 degrees. So what I need to do is figure out where to put in 111.9 because I have never done it before on this airplane. Can't be that complicated. It's audio, nav. Here we go. How do I put in 111.9 or wind flipped around? Nav radio, yeah, okay, nav radio, fine. But where do I put in the numbers? You see what I'm saying? Sure, it's on. Great. Nice to know that it's on. But where do I put in? Is it down here somewhere? Where was my... Okay, here we go. So we got barometer, cabin altitude, flight computer, which doesn't do anything. We need to put in 111.9 in order to get our comm. I don't care about comm 1. I want nav. This is comm. We don't want comm. That's our radios to ATC. How do I get this off? Go away. Go away. Go. Thank you. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Unless it automatically put in for us. I mean, we do have above glide slope, it says. Maybe it's automatically in there, and I'm just worried about nothing. Because some of the planes, it does do it automatically. Announce position again. Traffic. Announce position.
Kilo Alpha Tango Yankee traffic Turtle Soup Tango 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 4114 miles northwest inbound ILS runway tree 5.
Anyway, we're going over some lakes here. And then the town, Watertown, is right here. Can't really see it. There it is right there. There's a tiny town of Watertown. It's teeny tiny, like microscopically tiny. Anyway, so we're going to just stay at the super low altitude. Keep an eye on our speed. Like I said, gear and flaps in a minute, but it's a little too soon. We're going to use heading bug to get around here. This isn't, no, we're not, we're getting glide slope, but we're not getting ILS or positioning. Because even from here, we should get it reversed, right, if it were tuned in. So I don't know where to put that in. This is so weird. It says nav 1, but where do you put in the numbers? It's not up here, is it? No. Can I put it in the nav log? No. Maybe Flight Assistant can put it in for us? I don't know. I don't know what to do here. Oh well, we're just gonna have to pretend, I guess. Pretend we have ILS. Well, oh wait, hang on, I was wrong. The tiny town is actually over here, between those two lakes. Okay, well, I guess we can announce downwind, right? Downwind leg.
Kilo Alpha Tango Yankee Traffic Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is on downwind runway tree 5.
So, I don't know if this glide slope is accurate. I mean, we might get the glide slope, because I had it set up for our nav, but it'll still be wrong, because it's set up for 12, not 31 or 35 or whatever. We'll do our best. Let's get gear down now, while we can, while we're in the turn. The tiny town is right there. You can see you can see the cars. No, you see the runway. The runway is going to be over here somewhere. But we're going to go over the town, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, that's how the flight sim works. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So once we fly by the airport, we'll probably take over manually and then land, because I really wanted to use autopilot and use the approach setting, because it's fun. We don't get to do it all the time. But anyway, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm just going to keep an eye on speed and keep a notes in our position every once in a while. And we'll land in just a moment. Alright, we're getting close here. It's going to be kind of cool to see. There's the town coming up. Oh, there's a zoo there too, it says, right on the water, right over here. Those dots. Those look like runway light. Is that where the runway is? It is. Oh, the runway is there and the zoo's right next to it. Cool, so there's your runway from there to there. It looks small from here, but it's not that small. It's like almost 7,000 feet. They actually have jets flying in and out of here, and they have daily flights to Denver and daily flights to Minneapolis from this airport, which is interesting. And then Highway 212, this highway right here, you can take this highway all the way to Minneapolis without making a single turn. Just follow this all the way for like 3.5 hours or 4 hours to Minneapolis. Interesting. It goes right through town. So there's town right there. We'll see town in a minute. And there is the airport coming in right there. And yeah, we're not going to get ILS or anything because I don't know how to put in the thing. Is there a way on here maybe where you can put it into... Can I like go like this and put it into my radio somehow? Nope. This plane is so simple I can't even tune my radios. Is that right? I must be missing something. Those of you who know this plane, let me know. First of all, can I put flight plans in here or adjust them? And two, can I adjust my radio so I can set up ILS? I mean, I know some of these planes are very simple, but this seems too simple. But anyway, we want 35, which is going to be the one that's lit up right there. Yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll just take over now and land. I guess. I want to fly out a little bit longer. We're just going to take over here. We're actually going to announce final since we're kind of in the flight path.
Kilo Alpha Tango Yankee traffic Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is on final runway tree 5 to land.
And we're going to make our heading bug say what? 350 or 35. So there's 33, 34, 35. So there is orientation of our runway. So let's fly a little bit like this. And too early for flaps. We already have gear down. Does this say imbalance already on the fuel? Yeah, I'm not worried about it anymore. And we're going to come down. First set of flaps out. Let it float. We're going to make a very sharp U-turn and a very sudden final here. And landing flaps are ready. We are going to stunt fly back to the airport. Keep an eye on our speed though. There we go, and descend. I should look up the airport elevation. It's going to be about 800 feet, 600, 800 feet. So we got to come down 4,000 feet, or yeah, 4,000 feet. So bring back throttles. Let's nosedive while we turn all the way around. And we'll see how this goes. And if glide slope does engage, it's for the other runway. Oh, there's a runway right there. Good thing there are lights, because I would have missed it. Alrighty, look out the window a few more times. I love that the weather changed at the very end. This is very cool. I'm just bummed about the ILS thing. Anyway, gear down, flaps down. We have gone visual. We've already announced final, so we're done with the radios. Unless you have to go around, but Turtle usually doesn't go around. I just stick it wherever I can stick it. Alrighty, keep an eye on the speed, keep an eye on the altitude. And here we go. Trim back a little bit. I am going to verify the airport elevation, because maybe it is higher than I think. No, oh, 1,700. It is way higher than I thought. Okay. We really go uphill, because Minneapolis, I think it's 800 some feet from Minneapolis. Some things say 600, but up to 1,700 feet, so 1,000 feet higher. Oh my gosh, crosswind? Oh yes. A 19 knot crosswind. So crosswind while landing, we're winds from the right because they're pointing to the right. So right wing down, left rudder to compensate. Right main hits first, then left, then front. Do not grease a crosswind landing. You can skid over and flip over. But yeah, let's see how wild this crosswind is. Oh yeah, look at that. That's amazing. Good. Very exciting end to what was going to be a very boring ending. I was just going to follow the GPS and hit approach and let it land pretty much itself except for the last second. But we ended up going against ILS here because we're supposed to be using ILS. We can't, so we're going visual in IFR conditions. And the wind is insane. So very exciting. Very exciting way to end the flight. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm doing a little bit of research. I'm going to do research into this plane a little bit and see why I cannot find the radios for nav and why I can't make adjustments to the flight planner and the approach procedures in the flight computer. Maybe they just don't have those options. Who knows? Anyway, we're flying over the lake, which means we're going to fly right over the town. We're literally flying over the town. The town is to the right a little bit. But for the most part, we fly over the town here to land. I'm trying to look out the window, so I'm not very smooth. I love looking out the windows at the last second. It's dangerous. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, we got 2 and 2 on the Pappy, so we got great glide path here. I think this has reversers. This is a turboprop, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's reversers there. We'll find out in a minute when I try to engage them. Either we'll take off again or we'll stop. But here we go. Welcome to Watertown, South Dakota. Not to be confused with Watertown, Minnesota. I know people from both places now. Oh man, I really want to look down this highway as we approach. But I can't because I'm flying a plane. Alrighty, see, we're off track. We're off our path and we're too high. Because I was looking around. Not supposed to look around, Turtle. You know better than that. Anyway, I'll set up for 12, which was that runway to the left. We were going to land there. That's what I'll set up for. But the weather changed, which is fine. But I couldn't get into the computer to change the computer. So we have to do it manually, which is fine. It's getting really shaky here as we get close to the ground. Holy moly, 19 knot crosswind is difficult. If it looks even partially smooth to you, it means I'm doing a good job, because it is not smooth for me. This is very, very, very difficult right now to get this in here. Holy cow, this is tough. This is great though, I love it. I'm getting blown over a little bit. So I'm going to do right wing down, left rudder to compensate. Right main touches first, but the left main is going to, because we're floating, that's okay. Oh my gosh, come on. Here we go. Oh, right main down first. Come on, you can do it. This just floats everywhere. Look at this. We're about to stall and it's just floating. There we go. Boom, boom, and nose wheel. And do we have reversers? Oh, yes, we do. We have reversers. There you go. That wasn't perfect, but considering the weather conditions, that was actually pretty good. Alrighty, so let's see here. Where are we headed? Let's see, flaps coming up right away. And let's just get off the runway. We'll go up here. Cross 12 and 30. No, we're on. What? Why do they both say 12 and 30? That's 12 and 30. We're crossing. Anyway, let's get off the thing here. Then we'll announce clear runway, and then we will tidy up the aircraft a little bit. So let me pull up my after landing checklist here once we're off the runway. What's clear of runway going to be? I think it's going to be 2 on the ATC. Is it 2? Let's see. It is 2. Yep. So 2.
Kilo Alpha Tango Yankee Traffic Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is clear of the runway.
Alright, landing lights off, taxi lights on, and stop the timer. What's it say? 1 hour 8 minutes? 1 hour 8 minutes up in the air, which is way less than it said. It said 124, so that was really cool. Usually I add way more time, but that was last time. Good. Alright, stop the timer. Taxi lights on, yes. Landing lights off, yes. Nav lights off. They are now. This thing, I have everything all the way back, and it's just going on its own here. I've been riding the brakes too, and it just won't slow down. Flaps up, did a long time ago. Then we just have our parking checklist. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful weather. I have props back in throttles all the way back, and it just will not slow down. I guess the wind is coming from behind us, and maybe the wind is pushing us, but this is kind of ridiculous. So we're just going to give ourselves a parking spot here. There might be people waiting for us to park, but I don't see them. So we're just going to make up our own spot here next to this guy. And then that'll be it. So let's park. And differential braking. There we go. Ooh, works nice on this plane. Let's stop right there. Set the parking brake. Hop inside. And what do we do to shut this down? Icing off if engaged, which... let me see. Already is off. Off, off. Off, off. Turn all that off. All lights off. Here we go. We had lights up here too, didn't we? No, those are like panel lights. It's these lights we want off. There we go. And keep tail flood on so people can see who we work for. Avionics off. There you go. Props to feather already a long time ago. Cut off the conditioners. Did that. External power on if it's available. Both generators off and battery off. We just hit the crash bar. Oh, crash bar doesn't work. Come on. There we go. My goodness sakes. There we go. It should be winding down because I killed the fuel. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the flight to Roseau, Minnesota, to Watertown, South Dakota. Tiny town to tiny town. It was 99% smooth. Actually, it was smooth. Even with ILS not working and the nav radio and GPS and all that not doing what I wanted it to do, it was still pretty smooth. So we had a very exciting landing with exciting weather, yada yada yada. So anyway, I'm not flying as much as I used to, but I'm flying as much as I can. So make sure you are subscribed, notifications turned on. There are videos that pop up from time to time. Also check out the Minecraft videos. I plan on doing a caving video soon over there, which is unusual for me. And hit the like button so people know we exist. And hope you enjoyed it. Any flight suggestions, leave them in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.